And good afternoon all once again. And welcome to the fourth part in this live build series where I'm working on the Eduard 148 Sopwith Camel. Before I go into where I'm up to on the kit, I would like to say a very, very big thank you for Scott inviting me in onto his stream just prior to this one and actually allowing me 2 minutes to actually make a cup of coffee before the stream started. So cheers for that, mate. Right, I'm just going to go into chat before I do anything else, just to see who we have in today. Let's have a look here. Okay, and the first person in was Athol saying, here we go again, bad jokes galore. Well, yeah, I'm afraid I can't say no to that, unfortunately. There's Athol. And then we had Adam Scale Modelling in saying hello, hello. Are you, Adam? Hope you're well, mate. And we've got Tiffany in. Hi, Tiff. Thanks for joining us, my dear. Much appreciated. The link to this stream is in the chat. So if you're interested and you want to come in and just join me on the panel, please feel free to do so. I will vet you, obviously. And once you've been vetted by me, you stay vetted, believe me. But right, where am I up to on this? Well, as you can see, I've managed to get the main colour down on the top wing surfaces, so they're all painted up. And I hope you can see that where the ribs are on the aircraft, they are showing a little bit lighter. So that's thanks to the post shading I've done on those previously. And they've also been satin coated, so they're pretty much ready for decals. I've also got the undersides of the flight surfaces done as well, and I hope you can see there that the ribs are showing slightly darker underneath, which they would do because the light would shine down between the ribs on the canvas. So that's where we're up to with the wing surfaces. With regards to the fuselage, we have all the fuselage fitted out there with the photo etch seat belts in there, fuel tank just behind the cockpit, and I've also got the Bentley rotary engine fitted onto the front. I have done a little bit of test fitting of the shrouds and cowlings that actually go on with these, and they are fitting surprisingly well, really, all things considered. I mean, that cowling goes on there, which is a shame, really, because once it's on, you're not really going to see a lot of the detail that's actually inside the kit. And also, let's see now, the engine cowling, make sure I've got this the right way round. And set that fitted. There you go, and that fits on a treat as well. Well, nice and neat, apart from when I push it to one side with my fingers. But that is nice and neat too. So I've got those parts sorted out. I've made up the rear rudder ready to go on, so that will need painting. And I've started to put together the landing gear struts as well. So I will basically be just pottering along, doing any bits and pieces on this kit at the moment I can get away with doing. There may not be a lot of building going on in this episode, but I'm quite happy with that and just going through chat and, seeing what you guys want to chat about as well. So let's see where we are. Adam saying, just living life, waiting on paint to dry fully, Athol. So it's cup of tea time. Yeah, it sounds good to me, mate. As I say, Scott was kind enough to give me, at least 2 minutes to actually make myself another coffee. Although I haven't had a chance to nip off for a pee yet either. So, yeah, if I'm tying knots or sort of like fiddling and fidgeting about on my desk a bit, that's probably the reason why. And who else we got in? We got David Markey in. Hiya, Dave. Thanks for joining us, mate. Always good to see you. And Zombie Hunter's in. Hi, Zombie. Thanks for dropping in, mate. And that's all saying painkiller time for me, Adam, with a cup of coffee. Well, I think you'll find that most of my jokes normally leave people quite numb, to be perfectly honest. You may not need as much painkiller as you think, mate. See who else we've got in. Anybody new? Hello, I can see Zombie's nipping off to bed. Zombie, thanks for nipping by, mate. That's always appreciated. Always good to see you. Right, if I missed anybody. We've got following Ghost in. Hiya, Ghost. Thanks for dropping by, mate. And we have the mighty Revo. Revo Dave's in. Hiya, Revo. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're not doing anything that I wouldn't do, you know. And if you are, at least I hope you don't get caught. Right, so let's grab the instructions out of the box. Move that to one side a second. Move these out of the way. Let's have a look at this. Okay, so as I say, that's the version that I'm building. Now, you might see that I've gone slightly lighter with the underside than they state on the kit itself, but once it's been weathered up a little bit, I don't think that'll be too bad. Oh, hello, and I can see we've got the mighty Joshy B in. Hiya, Joshy, thanks for living over, mate. And so, yeah, that's the colour scheme I'm doing, mainly because it gives me a chance to get some more of the wood effect done on certain parts. So obviously that top section there, pretty much, other than the part that gets up to that place, all this at the back is going to be wood effect. And also allows me to do a couple of panels on the side of the aircraft as well. Again, in the nice wood effect. So, where are we? Instructions wise. So as you can see, I've put this section together. I might get the wheels off, ready to go on as well, because then I can get those masked up at some stage once I've painted them and get those on. And I may also get some undercoat on the propeller as well, because that's obviously going to have to be wood effect for the propeller, just to make things look neat and tidy. Oh, hello, and I think we've got somebody else nipped in. Let's have a look now. And we got DP with zombie cakes in. Hiya, DP. Good to see you, my dear. And everybody's saying hello to each other, which is brilliant. While I remember, don't forget to give a thumbs up if you haven't already done so, because it really helps the channel out. Any questions you've got with regards to this model or modelling in particular that you want to ask, then please, by all means, feel free to do so. And if you're not a subscriber to the channel yet, then please consider subscribing. Right, okay, so let's take a look, see what wheels do I need. So it's either D32s or D25s, and the ones I need for option E are the D32s. So let's see if we can find those. So where are we all keeping then? Have we recovered from Scott's stream if you were over there earlier? I am very impressed with this kit, you know, because even the wheels would have been wire spoked. and we'll have a little bit of stressed canvas over the top of them, the hubs themselves. And that's actually, I don't know if you can just about catch it out, that they've put that in as well. Absolutely brilliant. Right, let's give these a little clean up. Get the old sanding stick. There's a question that I asked yesterday, I believe, on somebody's stream. I think it was Scott's yesterday. How do we feel about Dale Luckhurst leaving Airfix? Came as a bit of a shock, I must admit, to me. I would have thought that would be one person that if they could possibly hold on to, they would have done, considering the amount that he's actually done in promoting the brand. Oh, hello, I see another name mentioned. Let's have a look here. So I keep looking up every couple of minutes just to make sure I don't miss anybody. And we got Skippy with us, Scott's Models, saying, hey, all just going to grab something to eat and jump in. Oh, nice one, nice one. As I say, the link is in the chat. If you want to pop in, please feel free. If you've not popped onto a channel before and you fancy sort of like dipping your toe in the water, then, please feel free to do so. As long as I know you, that's all that matters. Right, now, what colour are we going to be doing? The insides of these. Okay, so they are recommended H78, which is basically an olive drab, so they're going to be the same colour as the tops of the wing surfaces and the main part of the fuselage there, so that's going to be useful. Right, because I do happen to have plenty of the olive drab. Right, I actually brush that on. In view of the amount of surface I'm covering, it won't be that much. So, okay, Athol's saying, Tiff, remember it takes 6 hours for gloss to harden and 12 hours for it to be set firm. Yes, indeed. Very, very easy to get ahead of yourself. And Athol's saying, what's Skippy Scott nibbling on something? Would that be grass perchance? Well, yeah, it was in the movie, mate. It was in the movie and on the TV show, so yeah. Nibbling away at grass, really. At his time of life. No, it'd probably be something like pizza or chicken, fried chicken, knowing Scott. Right, let me see if I can find a decent flat brush to do that with, because that's really, when it comes to wide flat surfaces like that, it's probably the best tool of choice. Let's see now. I've got a couple here that are brand spanking, so I think that one will probably be about right for it, so yeah, it covers quite nicely. They'll need a couple of coats anyway, as usual. So we'll get some of that drab down on them. The kit does come with the masks for the wheels, so I'm not too worried about going overboard with the edging of them as such. Being as this is Vallejo model air colour that I'm using, when I'm brushing it on, it shouldn't take too long for those couple of pieces to dry enough to take a second coat. Hello, and Scott saying no, it's Cocoa Pops that he's munching on. Oh, fair enough, mate. Oh, only the best for you, eh? Right. So what have we been up to today? I mean, obviously some of us have been painting and decorating. What have the rest of us been up to? Oh, hello, we've got Panzer Cat in. Hiya, Panzer. Thanks for joining us, mate. Good to see you. If you want to nip in on the panel, mate, feel free to do so. The link's in the chat. We're drying very nicely. Back to the booklet, see if there's anything else I could be working on in the meantime. I never tend to put the kit together in the order the instructions ask for, because generally they're great for build, but not if you're going to paint it as well. A number of times I've put kits together and found that I've actually missed parts that I need to paint up and that I can't get to anymore. So we've put all this together. Well, that is pretty there. I mean, obviously I've got the windscreen. Where are we? Let's get this so I can actually see it, eh? Yeah, that windscreen to go on, but obviously I'm not going to do that to the very last minute. What's this man saying? I'm busy doing noisy stuff and cleaning a printer back. Oh, fair enough, mate. And Dave saying my mate Straub came up to take me for a pint or two, so Miss Scott's earlier. Oh, right, fair enough. And what's this? You were dozing off when I came on. All right, fair enough, mate. Well, enjoy your sleep, you know. I'm sure I'll be boring enough to get you back kipping in no time. However, we do have 11 people in chat at the moment, which is lovely. Thank you very much indeed, guys. Right. Now, I know this is sort of like maybe a bit early, only episode 4, to start asking this, but is there a particular aircraft maybe that you would like me to work on next, or a different sort of vehicle? If you want to pick a genre, I'll see what I can do, but I have a fair few left in my stash. The rigging diagram looks really, really interesting. Fair amount going on with that, what with side rigs and everything else. I do have some copper wire turning up today, hopefully, Amazon willing, which will allow me to get some turnbuckles made up, ready for the rigging, because I want to make sure I've got turnbuckles on them if I can. Right. Let's get another one down in this. It's dry, pretty much. Tiny bit there that's still a bit wet. Give them 5 minutes. Fans are saying, FFS YouTube, what is this 404 internal error crap? Do you know what? I've seen that as well on occasions, not today. Yeah, it can be a bit hit and miss at times, can YouTube? And David saying, just grab the chocolate and squash to wake me up. Well, fair enough, mate, fair enough. As you can see, I've got a dedicated painting bench, which is a bit of lining paper to sellotape down to me board to try and keep it as clean as possible, because I am a messy devil when it comes to painting. I don't mind admitting it, but yeah, seems to do the trick anyway. Yeah, it's pretty dry on there now, so give it a little while longer. So here we are, we're officially sitting here watching paint dry. What more could any self-respecting YouTube watcher want to see, eh? So apparently every time I post something in chat, oh Christ. I mean, I'm probably teaching me Grant to suck eggs here, but I assume that you've exited YouTube and come back in again. And Tiffany saying, time to head home. Oh, okay, Tiff, fair enough, my dear. Well, thanks for joining us. Always good to see you. And as I said before, if you decide that you want to do a live stream yourself at some stage, if you let me know and I'm free, I will come in and I'll moderate the chat and that for you. Just give me sort of like the time and place. My email address is on my About Me section of my channel, so you can always get in contact with me by email. I've also got a Facebook channel as well, so if you look Underground Ball, you should find me on there too. All right, but Tiff, until next time, I'll see you soon, my dear. Dave Mikey saying pounds on the computer says no. I've repeatedly left and come back. Yeah, God. Well, since I'm still here listening. Oh, that's all right then. Always good news. And Dave got the got the wrong end of the stick like me. Thought you were going. And Tiffany saying hi to Panzer. Right, where are we? That's right. I was being drab, wasn't I? With the olive. The coats. Okay, that should be thin enough. So come on then, I'm not going to let you sit there talking about the weather. What genre would you like to see you have go at next? What's this? Whatever you do, just don't look under Graham's balls. Yeah, but well, I don't know what to say there, mate, really. I didn't know I had my camera that low down, but, my apologies to anyone I've offended. Okay, give that a minute or two. Yes. Lovely. What's this? Adam Scale Modelling saying, time to sit and design a Porsche, but in a 109 scheme. Oh. Well, I've already done an ornithopter from the film Dune in a Messerschmitt 109 scheme. So, what's this? Oh, right. Tiffany saying either a civilian vehicle or a vehicle from a movie. Well, yeah, let's have a think. Yeah, I could do both, to be pretty honest. Either of those. And then after saying, oh, the putty tap found a bird seed and left out for him to follow. Panzer saying the next genre I would like to see you attempt is getting your wallet out and spending some money. In your dreams, Mr. Panzer Cat. I mean, I think the last time you spoke to me and recommended something, I immediately went out and bought it, but it was only that varnish. Oh, hang on, let's have a look, see. Joshy saying hello to everybody, and sorry I'm in and out, just doing a couple of things. That's no right, mate, no problem. And what's Scott saying? Can you pin the link round? There's a blooming good question. That I will let you know. Okay, I've pinned the link, mate. If you're having trouble finding it, Scott, I'm quite happy to send you a message with it on Facebook. That's not a problem. I can do that. Just let me know if you have an issue. Okay, Bim's getting there. Oh, he's freezing again. He had this trouble the other day. We will spend 10 minutes now trying to get Scott into the chat. He's moving. He's moving. I think he's there.
Am I here now?
I think you're here now, mate. Yes.
Oh.
I think you were right.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, good to see you, mate. Thanks for popping in.
No worries.
How are your Cocoa Pops? All right.
Very nourishing and filling, yes.
Yes.
Did the job.
I keep thinking myself, Cocoa Pops at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Of course, it's not 4 o'clock in the afternoon where you are, is it?
No, it's 28 past 1.
Good God. Well, much appreciated coming in. Mate, what are you going to be working on?
Oh, I think everybody already knows what I'm working on. I'll be playing with pew-pews, guns.
Oh, yes.
And painting and setting them up. So on the, to me, 1/350th scale King George V battleship.
I mean, I hate being someone who's a bit of a copycat, but I'm seriously considering getting that kit myself because it just looks nice, doesn't it?
Look, for anyone that's looking to build a ship or would like to try to build a ship, for the first ship, this is the one to do. I mean, yes, it does have small itty bits. That's not the smallest, but you've got pieces like on that sprue.
Oh, wow.
They're the guns. No, but when you've got little things like this, if I put me, this is a cigarette lighter.
Right.
They're smaller than that.
Oh, they're
the guns. And you've got to glue these things onto these things.
Oh, right.
And there's, how many did they say I've got to do? I think it's 22, I think.
22?
12. I've got to make 12 of them.
Oh, God. Oh, well.
They're dotted all over the ship. But, yeah, apart from that, it's not a bad kit. There's the superstructure, or one of them, and I'll be putting guns all over that. That's what I'm doing.
That's going to look like a porcupine by the time it's finished with all those guns, isn't it?
Well, they pretty much were back in the day.
Yeah. That was the King George V class for you, though, wasn't it?
Yep.
Very nice. Well, cheers for coming in, mate. Much appreciated.
No worries. I said I was going to, so here I am, surprise.
Surprise. Well, what's that old saying here? In other words, Joshy is feeding his face before going out to cut the grass. Oh, And Joshy's saying, already eaten Ethel, I might be off to play disc golf for a bit while the sun's out. Well, that sounds good.
Yeah, go for it, mate.
Yeah. And that's all saying you ought to try boomerang ball, Joshy. Throw it and wait till it decides to come back to you.
Mhm.
That disc golf is basically golf with a frisbee, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty
Oh,
much.
yes. Yeah, I've seen a few YouTube vids of people playing that. Looks fun.
Yeah.
I mean, all I've been doing for the last few days is thinking about getting a new mobility scooter. Would you believe?
Autofocus.
Or should I say a second mobility scooter? Because I'm thinking of getting one that's all-terrain,
Yeah.
so I can get out in the countryside a bit more and sort of like, go and do a load of fishing. That's the plan anyway. Let's see what Adam Skullmunding's saying here. For some reason, my first boat kit was Flyhawk Campbelltown 1700th, and the PE was tiny.
Yeah.
AA gun shields. Oh, I can imagine. And were they? I'm assuming that those gun shields were probably curved, weren't they, Adam? I would think. Oh,
Some, yeah. These ones sort of not.
I'm
Or
going to stop you
some.
there. We've got another. Hello, John. Are
Oh,
you?
hello, John.
Hello.
Do you
How you
freeze? No.
doing? We get the hooligans in this element, you see. I mean, there's just one against two Aussies. I ain't got a chance, have I?
That's it. No. Thought I'd drop in, say good day. How are yous?
I'm really good, mate. I'm really good. Thanks for dropping by. Well,
What are the odds?
if people watching Scott's channel, they'll know what you're working on at the moment. But for those who weren't, if you'd like to just run us
Um,
through what you're working on.
actually, before we start,
Yeah.
Grant, you got an option somewhere. I don't know where you find it. I don't know Restream. With a mirror
A
option.
mirror. All right, hang
Yeah.
on. For me or for you or
For John,
for John? Let's have a look.
because otherwise he's there. He goes.
There you go. That's
Now he's right.
All right.
I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
just
it says
went
North
for a
Atlantic,
lens on
not
your
something
t-shirt,
else.
John,
Well, it should be upside down and down under and all
Well,
that stuff.
this is it. We thought that was second nature with you Aussies,
All right. So I've just finished a couple of hours ago this one. So I'll pull this out again. This is a Hella 70-second scale Canadair 415.
I mean, it's a
French.
big beast for 1/72nd, isn't it, really?
Oh, it is. It is a good size. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's a good. Like what I was astounded actually because no word of a lie. This is a Vulcan, as we know, is a huge
Oh,
thing
yeah.
at 70-second scale. But
Yeah.
it's still
it's
a
a
big
fair
plane,
old
isn't it?
shoot for the Vulcan, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get the idea.
All right.
Yeah.
Now put
Yeah.
the P-52 up against it.
Oh, yeah.
You might have to open the door so you get one wing poking through it, though.
But no, it's a good size wing.
Yeah.
But yeah, there we go. I think it's come up pretty well. Like it's bright and gets your attention.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
beautiful, that.
Quite lovely. And so that's done. I'll put that there. So I'm working on a change my camera if I can on this. So I've not used Restream
Oh, right.
either. It's very different. In fact, I might prefer it. So this is a special hobby 48 scale vegan. So all I've done is the cockpit.
Oh, nice.
It comes with photo etch and stuff like that. So none of this is talent. This is all just as it is, just painted. But that's lovely. And it'll just pop in there nicely. Yeah. Well, where they go in planes near the front.
Once it's been fiddled with, it'll be in. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I am playing with is that bit. And anyone let me focus. Anyone who's watched a previous stream will realise that I've cut out a panel here to fit the RAT, the ram air turbine for emergency or basically electric power when things go south. And I've cut away a panel, but I've cut away the wrong panel, so I've had to cut away a second panel. And I've now, even looking at it now, I can't remember which one's which. I need to get it right. One of them's got to be glued back in place, and I'm not sure which one, but I'll take my time and get it right this time.
Yes.
I'll just be pottering with that. So back to you in the studio.
Studio. Huh?
Yes, I know. Trying to make it sound all professional and shit.
Oh, yes, definitely.
So you'd be pleased to know, Graham, that yesterday, because I volunteer at the museum down the road, the Fighter World, we have a replica. It's none of it. Well, I don't know how much of it's original. Maybe some of it is. A Sopwith Camel, F1.
Right.
And we had somebody staring at that the other day, just like really interested. I'm just like, okay, anything can I help you with or whatever. So I showed him around. So come behind the barrier, and so they keep putting stuff in my way, if that makes sense. So
Right.
I guess I don't like people going behind the barriers and stuff like that, but us volunteers, it's fine. So I'm just like, come on here. But the only way we can get close to the fuselage is crawling under the wing, under the starboard wing. And then, I said, like, what are you interested in is having a close look, because one half of it is done with clear, like plastic over the top, so you can see all the woodwork and everything that's gone into it.
Yeah.
And the other half is doped and all that fabric and all that sort of stuff like that. But he's saying, look, this doesn't look strong enough. And I'm saying, well, yeah, but you got this spar here and joins to that and whatever. And I was showing him all this sort of stuff because I've built a couple of Camel Eduard kits myself.
Yes.
And doing the research and all that sort of stuff. But having the one-to-one scale thing as close to real as you can get in Australia, to be able to go through it and say, this is what, So I spent about probably half an hour with him going over it all. And at the end of it, he was just sort of saying, look, I never thought I'd learn so much about an old biplane. And I just came away thinking, it's pretty good. I can bullshit like the rest of them.
Well, well, that's always been my motto. Can't baffle them with science, then sort of baffle them with bullshit. It works.
Yeah.
But
it is a remarkable plane. I think, I know as much as I could know about it. I think, I've never flown one, never will.
No, I mean, it was about as sophisticated at the time as it could be, really, wasn't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
And
I'm quite sure that what's his name? The director that did Lord of the Rings,
Peter Jackson.
Peter Jackson, yeah.
If you went over to New Zealand, I'm sure Peter Jackson's got one in his garage.
He's the sort of guy you think you'd have a good conversation with, eh?
Yes,
yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, John, can I ask you to do me a favour, mate? Can you go over to your YouTube and just put one message in chat? That way I can go in and make you a moderator, give you a shield, so then you can put your links in YouTube if you want on my channel.
There's a lot of information there. Run that by me again.
If you go over to YouTube to this live stream, and if you just put in hello in chat, because then I can go in there, click on it, and give you a blue shield, which means that you've then got moderator status, so you can put links to your channel and other channels that you're linked with in chat.
Just makes it easier for him to find you.
Yeah.
Right.
Just me being the lazy git, really.
No, I get that. Yeah. We're all lazy.
Right there we go. Right. There's moderator. There's moderator. Save. Yep, there you go, mate. So if you want to put any links in chat at any time to your channels, then feel free to use it. More than welcome.
Thank you.
And talking of which, Adam Scale Modelling, I've given you a blue shield as well. I've seen you in enough channels.
Celebrate. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, well, and Tiff's showing up. This is almost like a progressive dinner. Like, we don't know whose house we're going to end up with next, but
Well, the next one for us will be Little History, Cherry Stream at 6:30, so half hour after I finish.
Oh,
So
I'll
I
be
get a
asleep.
half-hour break, then I'll nip on his. And like you'll have
Yeah.
two reprobates in chat normally, so and that's also right, 1800s off Amazon, Graham, okay. Adam saying somewhere, yeah, well even oh yeah, regarding the gun shields on the Campbelltown. You had to even bend the little supports. Oh God, in PE, I think I would be a
Well,
nervous wreck by the end of that.
I think someone told me a long time ago, I'm pretty sure it was Lindsay, said if you're ever going to build a ship, get a 1/350th, because everything's a little bit bigger. You're still going to have small bits, but it's going to be easier to work with.
I've only built one plastic ship. The other ships I've done are all wood.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
So the only kit I've done, the plastic one, is the Bismarck.
Yeah.
Is that what I saw on the shelf behind you?
Yes, it is. In fact, let's go there because it's easy to grab.
There you go. Just take your big mate. There you go.
God,
Oh, yeah, look at that.
all right. So this is the Tamiya one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
no.
I've gone for the full sort of distemper and all that sort of stuff like that.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
it's I'll have to cover that up maybe. But it's a wooden
Yeah,
deck.
yeah. Oh, right.
Yeah.
I think I can't remember which brand or whatever. But if I can get in real close, let's change camera.
Yeah, you can just about see the individual decking planks on it.
It's also what Terry's currently building.
He's building, yeah, Little History's actually building that
Yeah.
as we speak, yeah.
So yeah, it comes up pretty well. I mean, for the first, as I say, the first wooden ship I've done, it looks all right, doesn't it?
It looks decent
Yeah.
enough.
Oh, and it's all the photo etch sort of railings and all that stuff like that.
Did they come in the kit? Are they aftermarket?
No,
Aftermarket.
they're Eduard ones, yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
But yeah, it was not bad. And as I say, like it took a while. What it worked out is it took longer for me to paint these stripes on the ship than what the real ones were on the real ship were.
Yeah, it takes the masking up to get them nice, isn't it? And to get them accurate as they go back around contours and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
not
the
easy.
research I've done, they were on the ship from memory, like I could be wrong by a couple of days, but 31 days, and it took me probably about 35 days to paint.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes, isn't it? Good God.
Yeah, but as I say, all the other ones I've done are wooden. In fact, you can see one up there that's
Yes.
I'll grab that down.
The double
It's all
mark.
about me, Graham. Apparently, it's all
Yeah,
about
well,
me.
yeah, well, we might as well, mate. It makes my life easier, you know.
Oh, God.
Tips put in your channel link,
Oh, wonderful.
John.
Oh, bloody hell. I'm going to better grab this down.
You be very careful with that, mate. Don't move it if it's going to cause problems.
No.
Don't sneeze.
There we go. So this is Caldercraft models. You've never heard of them, but this is the HMS Supply.
Oh, no.
So one of Australia's first fleet.
Wow.
176 scale. Wrong. Is it? No, I think it is. I think it's 176 scale. But yeah,
Wow. What?
that's pretty nice,
Supply.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I love the rigging on that, mate. It just makes a sailing ship, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, this I think about 5 years to build. Not so bad. The previous one, no word of a lie, 11 years.
Really?
Yeah, right.
7 years.
Yeah, but I was in the Middle East for a lot of that time and stuff.
Oh, right.
So, I built it. I bought it after my first tour, and spent the next years building it because I wasn't home a lot. And when I was on late shift and all that sort of stuff like that.
Oh, God.
But there we go. So that's inside. I won't grab that, but that's the Royal Yacht Caroline, which is really very ornate, gold. It's the version of back in the day of the Royal Yacht Britannia. So
Yes.
it's very very very. They spent a lot of money on it. It's like a ballroom in Washington.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's beautiful. Though. I love sailing ships. Anybody that can do a good sailing ship, in my opinion, as far as I'm concerned, they've got my respect because I'm damned if I'll be able to do it. I reckon.
Yeah, like admittedly, I've said before on a stream that given a choice, so would you prefer plastic modelling or the wooden ones? I'm terrible at wood. Shut up, Tiff. I can hear you giggling. But the satisfaction in building those things is it's a very rewarding aspect of
Well, I mean,
the hobby.
I first started out in model making, building the old keel craft, balsa wood and tissue aircraft with me dad, gliders and stuff. So, yeah, that's how I started out before I even started plastic model kits.
Very good.
Right, let's get in there with a chat.
Yeah, shutting up.
Yeah, Scale Modelling Twins, John himself saying hello, world.
He's a dickhead. Just disregard.
Well, I was going to say that, John, but I thought I'd leave it to someone more suited to do that, I've got Dave Markey saying hello, John.
Oh, hello.
Tiffany has put the Scale Modelling Twins link in the chat, so please
Thanks,
go over there, take a look. I've already subscribed to John, so I will be nipping in from time to time, looking at it and deciding, yes, he does go on my hate list, or no, as the case,
Yeah, like you might as well promote me up there right now. The man's a dick.
Right, fair enough. Straight from the horse's mouth, as they say. Oh, and Adam's saying thank you for the shield. No problem, mate. Much appreciated. And Adam's saying, let's see now. And then I'm starting to stream next week, early GMT time. So, John, it's going to become a 24/7 job. Oh, right. Well, Adam, let me know what time. So is Adam based in Oz?
No, he's
What
up in
about?
Scotland.
Did you say New Zealand?
Oh, was he New Zealand? Oh, right.
Scotland.
Scotland, yeah.
Scotland, oh, right.
The opposite New Zealand.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, yeah. What they say, it's New Zealand in kilts, isn't it? That's right.
Yeah, something like that.
Be there, be square.
Oh, yeah. Adam said the worst part about it being 1700 was the Campbelltown being a destroyer escort, not even a destroyer. So those parts got small. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. And following Ghost saying, I think the 1/100th scale ships and the 1/10th scale Spec Ops boats were much easier to see. And Tiffany saying, damn it, you know me too well, John. I think that was the Woodward mark being counted. And Dave Markey says he's got several wooden ships on the go. Yeah, I know David Markey in particular.
Oh, yes.
Fan of the wooden ship.
So I've just started the Carrel 198 scale Victory, HMS Victory.
Right.
It'll probably take a while. That's on my channel, but don't look too closely. I'm still building the frame. Like I'm doing the bow and the stern plates before I can actually get on and plank it.
Oh, wow.
But I'm looking forward to that because I've had the kit for about 20 years and I really should build the best.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I said to my wife, I want to buy this HMS Supply.
Yes.
To learn techniques to do the Victory, and she said, no worries at all. But spend whatever money you need. So she recognizes it. That's really what I want to do. Is the Victory.
Yeah.
Like I bought it, in 2009. So it's been sitting on my shelf ever since. But I've literally started it a couple of weeks ago. It's probably the end of last year, but I've had problems with my left elbow, so
Oh, right.
sanding feels like it's going to be a problem.
Oh,
Although,
yes, mate. I've got it.
yeah, it should be okay. Like,
Yeah. I mean, I've got all the siphon trying to get my wallet off my wife, but
and no, Tiff, it's not masturbating.
Oh,
I was going to say pull the other one, but that makes it worse, doesn't it? Anyway, that's all saying Adam is from Dundee in Scotland, gerbil, and lay off the Scots jokes. Oh, come on. We can't have a laugh at the Scots. What you say, mate? Be fair. Revo Dave saying I have one ship and it's sunk.
oh, that reminds me. Ruvo Dave sent me something on Facebook, and I totally forgot to share it.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, wrong one. Where are you? There you are. Found ya. So I better share it now. It suits Revo. Share screen. There we go.
Right, hang on. It comes in. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's definitely Revo. I mean,
Yeah.
talk about watch out for the rabbits. I mean, he
Yes,
is in there.
and Joshy's showed us something in the green room after it's Revo.
I can go and grab the Royal Yacht Caroline if you want to have a look at it, but
Oh, yeah, we'd love to, mate.
I'm
Love
conscious
to.
of the fact that I'm hijacking your channel.
Look, I am at a stage whereby it's literally waiting for paint to dry. So, you chat away. Show us your wares, mate.
Okay, it's in the. I'm in the garage, so it's in the house. I'll go grab it. Back in a
Okay,
moment.
make me a coffee while you're in there, John. And that's all saying a new sub to you, Adam. Now he's either sending you sort of like the Nautilus or he's subscribed to your channel. It's one of the two. And following goes, Sam, my last professional build was a 1/100th amphibious assault ship, which made it 8 feet, 2.43 meters long. All parts made in-house. That's quite a big ship, isn't it? Wow. Yeah, I don't think I would go down that route, but...
I forgot to paint you guys. What did I? Oh, no. Don't worry about me. I'm having a conversation.
All right, okay. Are you winning?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, good. And then you to Apple.
Okay. Right. This one.
Look, see, right, let's get you maximised here. Whoa.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that is beautiful.
So, yeah, it's a bit bigger than the other one. This is 1/64 scale, I think. So, wooden ships, they don't do the same scales as
No.
the other ones. But here we go. So this was built by George III to hoik across to Europe to pick up his soon-to-be wife, Caroline, who changed her name to Charlotte and all that sort of stuff. So later on, this is a Royal Yacht Charlotte. But as you can see, it's like very Trump-esque. It's it's very ornate, covered in gold.
Plenty of ornate and gold, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely a Trump mobile.
Yeah. And as I said, it took literally years to build. I even so the cannon. I put in the brass monkeys and stuff, which weren't part of the kit. I don't think you could even see them, but Oh my God, this. Yeah, but there we go. So that's what I mean. Like, this is. Oh, I didn't realize there was so many cobwebs on it. The whole deck. I'll see if I can change the
Yeah, that
camera.
happens, mate. That happens.
I haven't dusted it for a while. So let's see. Can you above the deck? The whole thing is just covered in cobwebs.
Yeah.
But
God,
you get the
that
idea,
is beautiful.
It adds character.
So I'm quite proud of that one. I mean, as I say, I took my time and enjoyed everything about it.
Could I have
But
a look at the lanterns on the back again, John?
sure. So yeah, they're brass.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But the brass has dulled over time.
Yeah.
I finished it in 2000 and it was just before I moved over here. I was in Adelaide when I finished this. It was about 2016. Yeah, about that. Yeah,
No, that's gorgeous, mate. That is gorgeous.
but it's not perfect, but it's sorry, it's upside down. You get the idea.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's hard to get. It's big,
Oh,
and it does have pride of place above the bookcase in the lounge, but it's a good size. But it looks great from a distance, I think. So yeah,
beautiful. That is beautiful.
thank you.
I would be more pleased putting together a ship like that.
It's complicated. There's rigging
God,
everywhere.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's. I mean, I guess look, I don't just do planes. I
No.
do everything I can, but yeah, I'm not particularly good at working with wood. Shut up, Tiff. But but I'm very proud of that one. That as I say, it took 11 years because I wasn't home for due to certain sort of wars in the Middle East and stuff like that. I spent a lot
You
of time
otherwise
away from home.
engaged, just put it that way.
Yeah, but there you go. Thank you for letting me show that off.
No, my pleasure,
I'll
mate.
put it away before I break it.
Yeah, I would. Right. That's all saying Ghost. Was that made from Lego perchance? As I watched a video about one of them ships. And let's see here. Oh, hello. Revo sent me a picture.
Ah.
Right, let's have a look. See, I've never shared from my own before. So let's have a right, I believe. Let's see if I've done this right. There we go.
Oh yes, the Titanic.
Yeah, now that is beautiful.
Wait until John comes back.
I will do.
I'm back.
I'm going to move that up.
I'm back.
You're back.
That's a Titanic.
That
It
is.
is.
That was done by our Revo Dave, who's in chat at the moment. Excellent order. And yeah, that's the Titanic on the seabed that he did.
So-
and there is a video up on his channel, I believe, of that.
More
I think-
information. What's the basis of that? Is it a 1/700 scale plastic or what are we
I
looking at?
think it was the one. Yeah, I think it's the 1/700th Tamiya.
Trumpeter, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember.
Revo, you let us know, mate.
I can't remember the scale though.
That's a stunning job. Well
It
played.
is, isn't it? That is gorgeous.
Thunder.
Yeah.
Yes, I know that neck played riff anywhere. That is a beauty. Revo does some excellent sci-fi stuff as well. His
I have no doubt.
His Voyager is an absolute delight, I must admit. But yeah, nice one, mate. But Revo, if you can let us know. Oh, hang on, there we are, we're back. There we go. Dave Markey saying excellent work, John.
Oh, thank you.
And following goes saying it was built for Huntington Ingalls shipwrights and shipped to Australia along with a 1-100 aircraft carrier. Oh,
So
right.
it was built for Huntington Ingalls shipwrights, shipped to Australia.
Yeah, it was a 1/100th amphibious assault ship, which made it 8 feet or 2.43 to 3 meters long, and all parts are made in house.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I'm impressed. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joshy B saying afternoon delight was that. Don't you start, Joshy.
No, you bastard.
You
Don't make me come
troublemaker.
up there.
Yeah.
What?
I was surprised. Like I was expecting, like yesterday. I was expecting, like I looked at the weather report before I came on the stream, and I can
Yeah.
confirm there's no sky rockets in flight and stuff like that. I didn't go there, and thankfully nobody mentioned it. So I had a day off, and now we're back into it. Yeah,
Oh,
bastard.
yeah. You can run, but you can't hide, John. You know.
Yeah.
Simple
Blame
as-
Joshy.
Yeah.
Joshy's fault.
Yeah. Joshy just snipes from a distance.
I can only assume you're not working tomorrow, Scott.
That's right. I haven't worked all week,
Oh,
Good
very
God,
good.
man.
which is why I'm seriously thinking about changing companies because,
Well, yeah, if they're not giving you the work, mate, what's the point?
well, he keeps saying there's work everywhere, but he's
not
not
for
sending
you.
it my way.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is okay. This is the looking down the floor. Couldn't remember. 48 scale special hobby vegan, HA
Yes.
37. So it's as you can see, it's got separate parts. Well, there we go. I can take the top off. So the intakes are separate to the rest of it.
Yeah.
And yada yada. But it does fit in there well. However, well, as you can see, it's sort of busy. Most planes aren't like that, but
No.
it's fairly soft plastic.
Yeah,
So
you would have thought that would have given it a bit more support than that, wouldn't you?
yeah, you think, but it doesn't touch anywhere except the sides, which is okay because as you can see, this is where I've cut out my double anomaly of panels and stuff like that. So what I need to do is put one of them back on. So I can use this this is just a 1x1 square. What do they call that stuff? Evergreen.
Styrene. Yeah, evergreen styrene. Yeah.
Yeah. And I could use that in there as long as I don't go down the center line there. As you can see that I've got there's a revetment,
Yeah.
a recess there.
Yeah.
And if I go anywhere other than that, I'd be able to extend that and stick the panel back on, and that's what I'll do.
Yeah, just a bit of back support. Yeah, keep it.
That's the way.
Yeah,
So I'll do a
that'll
bit of
work.
that. Because on the previous stream, as I said before, I made a mozza. I cut away the wrong panel,
Oh,
and
God.
then I have to go back and fix it and reattach it and stuff like that, and pretend that it never happened. And if it wasn't on YouTube, no one would ever know.
No, well, what I could do is I could get Joshy to nip over to Scott's stream earlier and get him to clip that and put it up as a little YouTube short, if you like, just to give you that bit of support extra.
You could put it on repeat, because that's the sort of thing you do.
Oh, God, we're rotten, we are, I'm telling you.
Clearly, I think this will work. Oh God! So I put some glue on this. I can't remember which side I put glue on. God, no, it'll work. I'll be able to once this is back roughly in place. Yeah, combination milliput and super glue and talcum powder and all sorts of stuff. There are ways to fix it, so that'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as you've got that little bit of support behind it, you can wheedle it into position, can't you?
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is if I can build that bloody Caroline, I'd be able to do this properly. That'll be all right.
Oh, yes. There you are here. That's it. Here rid of that now. Now I know what I'm doing. Right, so I was just getting rid of the picture I shared earlier. Right, let's have a
Yeah.
quick through chat. Oh, here we go again, Joshy. Sorry, did I forget to remind people? Well, it goes a little something like this. Gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some afternoon delight. My motto's always been, when it's right, it's right. Why wait until the middle of a cold, dark night? Joshy, shut up. And Joshy's also put in the link to Panstat's latest video as well.
A link to the the music video of that song.
Oh, he
You
doesn't want
bastard.
Yeah, that would be one surefire way of getting banned from my channel. Oh dear. And where are we? Let's have a look now. What's following goes saying here? The Ronald Reagan aircraft carrier was 10 feet or 3 meters long. They also built a 1/10 FedEx Semi for their corporate office, which was 8 foot long.
Oh wow! I got
Yeah,
a semi
yeah.
just thinking about that.
Yeah, yeah. The Ghost was sort of like a professional model builder to order at one stage. So
Wow,
yeah, he knows his stuff.
that's very cool. I am but an humble dwarf.
Well, if it's good enough for the Lord of the Rings, mate, it's good enough for us. And Josh is saying, yes, Dan, you can get some over here, but you're over there. I'll tell you what, if you come over here from over there, that means you're over here and I'm over here, meaning we're both over here and not there. Yeah, I think I followed some of that. And Tiffany saying, can't remember, John. It's the side that's sticky.
Oh
Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze.
no! Well,
Oh, that's better. Damn hay fever.
So here's my trick. I've used that as a backing plate. Stuck the bit on, going plonk, and then pushing that down so it's flat and flush. And then so that'll glue in place. But what it does leave is a rough edge where I did use a drill bit to cut out the upper panel, but it'll
Yeah, it's not too
work.
big to fill in.
No,
Is
I'd
it?
be able to. No, I'll be able to fix it.
Yeah.
And the fact is, it's going to be like it's pretty much on the underside, so it's just forward of the wing.
Yes.
Which is there, so like you're not going to see it anyway.
No, there'll be a bit of concealment around that, won't there?
No, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong? I've fixed bigger stuff ups before, as you saw earlier
We've all been there, mate. We've all been
on
there.
another stream. Yeah, it's all part of like if you don't laugh, you cry sort of thing.
Oh yes. Pans are saying, John, the old adage applies: measure twice, cut once.
Yeah. I usually cut once and then decide to measure and just oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah, didn't wonder why you cut it in the first place. Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, like I say, we all go there at some stage or another.
That's fine. In fact, I'll move that further up there because reasons. Let's break that off and start again.
Right.
Something afternoon delight, Joshy, you bastard.
You saved me a job there, mate. You saved me a job there.
Or should we say the award-winning Joshy? Oh, no, we shouldn't.
Yes. Well, we shouldn't, but we have. It don't matter. Yeah, he's an award winner for annoying people with earworms. That's what he wants. And I know what you're laughing at, Scott. You'll know better.
Mm. Some people know him as Joshy. Other people know him as the bastard.
Yes.
No, well played, sir.
And what's even more annoying is he's the bastard only lives about 10, 15 minutes away from me. So.
Oh, are you up that way as well?
Oh, yeah. We're both. I mean, he's in a place called Market Drayton, I believe. which is 10, 15 minutes away from me, and I live in Newport in Shropshire, so we're both in the same county, about sort of 10, 15-minute ride away.
Okay,
And-
so here's a fun fact. What I learnt the day before yesterday is that I'm eligible for a British passport.
All right.
My father was, long story. My father was born in British India, which is now Pakistan. So his dad was in the British Army at the time. He was in the Welsh Guard.
Yeah.
Actually, no, wrong. At that time, he started off in the Black Watch, and then he was transferred to the Worcestershire Regiment, and he was in So my dad was born in Sialkot in India.
Yeah.
And then when he was 1, they moved back to Wales because they were originally Welsh. And yeah, so when he was 12, the family emigrated to Australia. So because my dad's Welsh by birth, or certainly British, well, United Kingdom,
Yes.
I'm eligible for a British passport, which means that I can head over there and volunteer at the FX Wonder Works and stuff for a couple of months, and just sort of sit there and pretend. And everyone, okay. So here's a story. So Paul and I a couple of years ago went over to Telford because we could, the Sky Model World. So we arrived at Heathrow, got a car, drove to Margate and Kent, that sort of place.
Yeah.
Went down there, and we stayed. The first place we stayed was Deal.
Yes, I know Deal.
Yeah, so we stayed in Deal. So
See,
we went to we were
live
upstairs in a hotel.
Yeah, although I live in the Midlands now, I was born and bred in London, so I'm more southeast originally anyway. So.
Oh, there you go. So we're in this pub downstairs, and a room upstairs.
Yeah.
2 rooms, and just like we'll have whatever you got on tap, sort of thing like that. And the guy's drawing the beers from tap.
Yes.
And he said, "What's that accent?" "Oh, Australian." And he goes, "Really? Oh, where are you from?" "We're in Australia." And Paul said, "Oh, I'm from Melbourne." And I said, "I'm from Sydney." Blah, blah. And he's pouring our beers, doing that thing, because the taps over there are very different from Australian beer taps.
Yes.
And he said, "Why are you here?" And we said, "Oh, we're on holiday." And he just paused in mid-pour and just sort of said, "Why the fuck would you come to Kent on holiday?" And we're just like, "Why wouldn't you come to Kent? It's one of the most picturesque parts of the world.
It's known as the Garden of England." So,
Yeah, like it's beautiful. Like you hear about the Churchill thing, broad sunlit uplands and stuff like that. It's not necessarily Kent, but it's the UK that I know. Why wouldn't you want to turn up there? So he was just like, I'd rather be in Sydney. I'm just thinking, yeah, but I'm here now. Give us a beer, you bastard.
Yes.
So that was lovely. So it was London Pride. And that's a bloody good drop.
Yeah, London Pride made by the Fuller's Brewery. Yeah.
That's the very one. So we're going to have to go back at some point.
Yeah.
And now that we're eligible for a British passport, it's going to be easy to get through the line at Heathrow. So we're coming back, Tiff. Watch out.
Oh, well. Well, where me and Josh live, we are 12 miles from Telford. I used to work in Telford town centre.
So would that make you a dual citizen, John?
It could be. I've never applied. I consider myself 100% Australian because born and bred in Melbourne. But that's the thing. So it's part of the Brexit and all that sort of stuff like that. I only found out about it yesterday, but my wife looked into it and she said, "Yeah, you're eligible for a working visa and all that sort of stuff." So this sort of lets me think.
Right, let's have a quick nose through chat. Hello, we've got TBG in. Hiya, TBG. Hiya, James.
G'day, James. How you going?
Tiffany saying hello to TBG. And we've got, let's have a look here. David Markey saying today received another Tamiya HMS Prince of Wales in 1/350th scale.
Oh, yes. That would have been my next kit if I couldn't get the King George.
Yeah, nice ship. And TBG saying, John has the adage, measure twice, cut once, and glue on backwards.
You bastard.
On backwards.
Always rely on James, can't you, to give you that bit of moral support.
Well, he knows me better than most viewers.
And James saying hi to Tiff, and Revo Dave saying, sorry, was AFK. Yes, it's a 1/200th trumpeter Titanic. Well, was, though, and yes, I have a USS Voyager, but we don't talk about that, Graham? No, we don't, because it was the first model I saw of his that immediately put him on the hate list.
Ah,
So,
we all live our hate lists.
Anybody that can do it with their very first model that they show me, they deserve to be on that hate list. I'm sorry.
100%.
Right, let's have a look down here. The one thing wrong with Restream is the chat is all over the place. It dives up and down when you're not looking. So, Revo Dave says, born and bred in Kent till I moved to Devon. Well, from one nice part of the country to another.
Okay. So that's the other thing. So my father, being Welsh, their family. Sorry, I'm interrupting again. But they're from my parents. One was from Merthyr Tydfil, so north of Cardiff. The other one is from Swansea, so Welsh. But the Marleys, as far as we can work out, were from Highweek in Devon. So I'm originally from Devon, as far as we can work out. The earliest we can get down to is 1768, I think. A place called Highweek, but I don't know earlier than that. But since then, my family. Look, Marley is not a common surname. There's more people with the first name Marley these days because they're all named after a dog after that Marley and Me movie.
Yes.
But we haven't found proof, but we think we may be related to the actual Bob Marley from.
Oh, right.
Just because his mum, Maria, I believe her name was married to a British soldier, and he came from Devon, but we think from the other side, like up. Oh, I can't remember the name, but either way, I'm not going to say I'm related to Bob Marley, but we may be. Either way.
Well, that's it. I mean, the only Marley surname other than Bob I've ever heard is Charles Dickens's Jacob Marley.
Yes.
With Carol, and that's about the only one I can think of, to be honest.
Marley was dead to begin with.
Yes.
Yeah, I do love. Shut up, Tiff. I do love a bit of Dickens.
Oh, yeah. So do I, mate. I read them all as a kid.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I've just started reading, not a Dickens book, but Gormenghast by Mervyn Peake.
Yes.
I'm just only two days into it, but it's bloody fantastic so far.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, and Tiffany's saying it will be great to finally meet you, John.
That sounded a bit naughty, but
that sounded a bit like a Scooby-Doo there at one point.
Yeah.
More like Rodney Rood.
David saying hello to James. Athol saying afternoon to Dan. The still back. Oh, yeah, Dan, I didn't realise you were in, mate. Thanks for popping by. Good to see you.
Well, that's
Joshy's saying,
nice.
Joshy's saying, I'm in Telford, Graham. I used to live a 5-minute walk from the International Centre before I moved. I'm still in Telford, though. I did live in Mark. Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because you're in the Telford area still, aren't you? Telford catchment. Yeah. But yeah, although I've lived in the Midlands for 23 years now, I'm
Yeah.
still a Londoner and always will be. So
Yeah. No, we love all of it. I mean, as I said, the guy from Kent saying, "Why the hell would you come to the UK?" Like as a broader aspect, we're just like, why wouldn't you? There's so much history, and it's a wonderful place.
yeah,
So I'll say this: my view is we can all sit there and complain it's not like it used to be, and all that sort of stuff like that. You got MAGA, Make America Great Again, and you got not only Brexit but all this sort of stuff, and it's not the same as it used to be. The fact is, I think most of us forget how good everything is around us, and I think all of us should just
Chill.
enjoy what we have.
yes, yeah. Could be a lot worse, couldn't it?
Yeah. Like we could all sit back and complain about like oh well we don't like these foreigners coming here and all that sort of stuff, but the reason they want to come is everything that is happened over the centuries to make it you know I think we should all just recognize that we all love the Western culture,
Yeah,
whether it be American, UK, Australian, New Zealand, Canadian, or even South African. I think there's more to be proud of than ashamed.
yes, yeah. I think so. I think so. Can't argue with that. Dan saying, not being rude, getting my gums round dinner. No, that's no worries, mate. God, I mean, I've not had anything since about 6:30 this morning, and I won't be having anything to eat until about after 8 o'clock when Terry's stream finishes. So, you know, I'll eat the hind leg of a not a dead donkey, even if he's only sort of terminally ill. I'm still going to eat him. You know, simple as that. I ain't hanging about and waiting. And Dan saying, still, I spent plenty of time in Kent, most Saturdays for a few years. All right.
Yeah.
TBG saying his mum was born in Penshurst in Kent.
Sorry, I don't know where that is,
Yeah.
but I know where Kent is. Well
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
Actually, I'll Google it now because I can.
Kent is the home of the hops in this country.
I know.
And
Like
it's
all the there's particular shapes sort of roofs and stuff like
yeah,
that. Like the Kentish ale. Oh my God.
yeah.
I
I mean, my gran used to go on holiday with the family every year, hop picking. That was the holiday. They went and they had free board and food for the holiday, and they just went down there and they picked hops all day. So
Kent.
Did they hop
I
along?
see.
hop along. Oh,
Oh,
you know,
it's seriously in the middle there. Oh wow. Ah, so this is just as a standard thing. So this is UK, London, blah blah blah.
yeah,
But that sort of stuff, like when you zoom in, it doesn't matter where it is, but to see that amount of green. So
yeah,
one of the things that frustrates a lot of people that live in the UK, everyone lives on top of one another, and it's also crowded and stuff like that. But that's because most of the island is like that.
yes,
And you've got to be more proud of that. The fact is, you can live on top of one another. To be able to have that instead of living in a place that looks more like Coruscant, I think is a much better thing. So
yeah.
well done, UK. I think
We
that's
do our
wonderful.
best, mate. We do occasionally screw it up a bit, but not as much as we could do. We got TBG saying, "See, John likes jamming too." There we go with the Marley references. It had to happen, didn't it? And Ethel saying, "Buffalo soldiers, John." Dan saying, "Jamming the plastic in, James."
That's the way.
What's this? Josh is saying, "I love that drink done by Dickens." My missus also at the time liked it too. A bit of Dickens cider. Dickens.
I
Good. Very good, Josh. Cheers, mate.
don't get it.
Neither is Joshy anymore. Anyway,
I have to say, I had a go for coffee when you read that out and almost spat it all over.
Well, that's all right. You're just making sure your ship's seaworthy, mate. Don't worry.
Uh,
Joshy saying, did you ever get halfway through eating a horse and think, I'm just not that hungry, really? You know.
you trying to horse about, are you, Joshy?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so James is saying, yeah, where he was or where his mum was born was near Tunbridge Wells in Kent. And Kent, of course, was the main battle arena of the Battle of Britain. Yeah, over the skies of Kent.
All right.
Oh, God, and Dan has started the jokes, I'm afraid, Scott. And a bit of
Dan?
sad news today. The neighbour took an overdose of indigestion remedy. The gaffer rang today and told me Gabby's gone.
Oh dear.
Christ almighty, Dan. Come on. I've told you before, rubbish jokes are my part, my patch, all right? Jim in Chicago's in, are you, Jim? All right. Saying, Dan,
Hey,
so
Jim.
sorry to hear that, Dan. Oh, God. And Roaming Bricks is in. Are you roaming? Hope you're well, mate. Oh, 14.
Yeah.
You know, we've got 17 people watching.
Ah,
Are you
look at that.
And TBG saying Penshurst was an actual RAF aerodrome during the war. Wow.
Ah,
All right.
there's a lot I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah, Jim saying hello to all the usual suspects in chat.
Hello, Jim.
Jim,
G'day, Jim.
we'll be going for about another half hour yet, mate. So if you'd like to pop in and say hello, you're more than welcome to.
Do
Links in the chat.
Do it.
Do it.
Do
Do it now. Everybody's saying hello to Jim and Roaming. Jim saying, fell for that one, Dan. You got me, mate. Yeah. Yeah, take pretty much everything Dan says with a pinch of salt, you know.
So you can take me off big screen anytime you like.
You know what? I didn't even notice, mate. It would look far more interesting than what I was doing, you know, painting a couple of wheel ups, but let's see, do that little dig out. Here we go. God, do I know that feeling?
Whoa, hardly feeling. And no, it's not gone.
Oh, talking about Air Force or RAF bases during the war, Dan is saying, strangely enough, so was Silverstone. Yeah, it was.
Really?
It was.
Yes, that's that. Yep.
Yeah.
I knew that one.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, near to where I used to live in London, we had RAF Norfolk, which was another RAF base during the Second World War.
Okay, so I learned about that today. Because I recently posted, in fact, on let's have a look. See if we can find it.
Hiya, Jim.
Hello to all out there.
Hiya, mate.
Hey.
How you doing?
Hey, Jim.
Hey, thanks for having me in again.
Hey, no,
Appreciate it.
pleasure,
Yeah, this is a
man.
new experience, Graham. I've never been on Restream. A little bit different
No.
layout on my screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like it. I like it. Very nice.
Well, the version I'm using, Restream, is the free version, so it doesn't cost me a
Yes.
penny.
yeah,
so
that's
I
what
can
I've heard that.
Yeah, I can have up to
what's
6 people on stream at any one time, which is generally more than enough for me.
right.
So, you know, doesn't cost a penny.
Um,
Yes.
You may have to do the tick box thing for Jim.
I'll be right back, guys. I got to take care of the dog. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
What, the mirror camera again, yeah?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's it.
so Jim has a nickname for his penis.
See, if you do it, we don't have to keep doing it each time we join that way. So, there.
Indeed. Hang on
So
a minute.
this is the thing I posted earlier a couple of hours ago on my
Ooh,
channel
look at
on Facebook. This is the scale modeling twins, but basically this is the Eduard 48 scale Spitfire Mark 2B, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Impregnable.
Oh, wow.
So as it turns out, isn't that lovely? Like, I'm quite happy with this.
How did they hear about Joshy back then? Impregnable.
So that one. So anyway, so there's that standard Spitfire, and I am quite proud of this one because it looks bloody like a perfect. It looks like the quintessential Spitfire as far as
Yeah.
I'm concerned. So as it turns out, Flying Officer Miroslav Ferik, 303 Polish Squadron, RAF Northolt.
Yeah, just down the road from where I used to live.
I do like the story of the Polish squadron.
Oh no, they fought like bastards because why wouldn't you?
They
But there we go. Isn't that a lovely Spitfire?
It's a beautiful.
In fact, I don't know why I'm showing you photos. I've got the actual thing here.
Repeat, please. Repeat,
look, Joshy.
please.
Look, Joshy, there's a model named after you.
Impregnable.
Yeah.
And Joshy's saying, Namaste roaming, hope you're well. Also, hello to all else that I haven't said hello to. I am here, sorry, just distracted by a couple of things, one of which is a watermelon. Don't ask. Now we're going to have to ask, Joshy. Come on.
Watermelon.
Watermelon.
Okay, that's interesting.
Oh, hang on, we've got some more. Oh,
4 subs from 6.
and Poddington, as in Santa Pod, the Santa Pod Raceway we have over here, the quarter-mile stretch for the funny cars and that.
Oh.
Dunsfold, of course, was a Canadian Air Force base during the World War II, flew B-25s, and Dunsfold is where the test track for the old Top Gear TV series used to be.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so that used to be a Canadian Air Force base. Yeah, a lot of them about. And what's this Joshy saying here? What roaming? Oh, I thought it was going well. I know I need to update mine again when I get paid, but I thought it was going well for you, dude. Hang on, what's going on here with roaming? Let me see.
So while I'm on big screen, this is what I'm doing right now. Is because I'm doing the RAT, the turbine thing. I need to cut out this section there. So I'm just measuring that up. So 11.2 mil from the center line, blah blah blah.
Great
So
stuff.
doing that.
Flick it on the other side of the room.
Here we go, we're back again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
how you doing, then?
Spitfire you had there, John. I love the Goofy character. Or not Goofy, Pluto.
Pluto.
Pluto, my
Yeah,
favorite Disney character because he's Mickey Mouse's dog.
Oh, I'll grab the actual thing. So, as I said, this is the Eduard Spitfire Mark II. But this is the double boxing from the tally-ho boxing of the Eduard thing, if you're familiar with it.
Yes.
Oh, cripes. My lead is stuck around my chair. Which way am I? There we go. Right. So yeah. So that's the one there. Yeah, with Pluto, which is, I think it's bloody fantastic because there's not many Spitfires that have things other than just the standard thing. So I did that. So Impregnable, apparently, this plane was sponsored by and paid for by the employees and the management of, I think it was John Wells, something or other, Impregnable Footwear.
Yes.
So that's why that's that. But the other...
So it's nothing to do with Joshy.
So this is the other one from the same boxing. So this is done as an Australian pilot that died in the Battle of Britain. This is Patterson Hughes
Oh, right.
aircraft. So this is the Eduard. It's got the full engine sort of resin sort of deal and all that sort of stuff like
Oh,
that.
nice.
So both of them together. One's an A scheme, one's a B scheme.
Right. Yeah.
And I think, there we go.
Look bloody awesome, John.
Yeah,
They really do.
So they're similar but different. Like, this is done as a Mark 1, that's done as a Mark 2, and the difference is very subtle.
Oh, it's almost infinitesimal. I think it's the location of where the engine starter is.
Yeah. So there's a couple of things. This one didn't have a plug-in electrical spot there, and the Kaufman starter. So this is actually a Mark 2 engine, but I've modeled as a Mark 1. But the main difference is, if you could see in there, which you probably wouldn't. Okay, you can see a black lever in the cockpit there.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a hand pump for the undercarriage. So you pump it up. I think it's about 17, 18 pumps to get the undercarriage up and down.
Oh, right.
That's a Mark 1.
Right. The first one, the early Mark, you had to hand crank it, right?
And this one's a Mark 2, where they put in a different system. So you
Almost
flick a
like
lever and the undercarriage will come up.
Yeah.
Was that,
But that's the main difference.
was that a hydraulic system in the Mark II, John, for the landing gear?
I can only say maybe.
Okay. I'm curious.
Practice, I don't know. And so this one's so this is just a standard one. They didn't call it an A wing because it was the only one they had. So this has got the 8 303 guns in it.
Yeah.
Whereas this is what later became, once they had this one, this is a B wing. They had the 4 guns outboard and the 2 cannon inboard. So the Hispano Suiza 20mm cannon, and the 303s outboard. So that later became an A wing and a B wing, and that's the sort of differences. But as we said, the difference between a Mark 1 and Mark 2 is very subtle.
Yes.
You can probably see the spinners are a different shape.
Yes. Yeah, the spinner on the Mark 1's a bit more rounded.
Yeah. So it's those little things like that. But having built these, I love these kits, and they really do pop. There's the difference between a Mark 1 and a Mark 2.
They lend themselves to some nice weathering, don't they?
They do.
Yeah.
But again, your stream's all about me this time, Graham. I'm very sorry.
It's the first time I've had you in, mate. So, don't worry about that. The same with Jim.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. My first time here. Yes. Thank you, Graham.
No, absolute pleasure, mate.
Yeah.
Well,
Good stuff.
apparently, just to butt in, what Josh was chatting about, apparently Roaming Bricks has lost its monetary status. I'm sorry to hear that, mate.
Oh.
Don't know whether there's a specific reason behind it or not. I don't know. Joshy has also put in the link for Scale Modelling Twins channel and saying that you're only 4 subs off 600. So come on, folks. Get that number.
I am. Yeah, I saw that
I'm
earlier
one of
today.
those 596. So I know that.
God bless you, Jim.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Vote often.
You can have members.
Yeah.
You're monetized.
Roaming Bricks saying YouTube does not differently identify my long video, shorts, and live stream. According to them, it's a repetitive thing. Oh, well.
You can be monetized, John. If you've got 600, you can be monetized.
Oh, okay.
So you can have members.
I don't know if I want to.
Members live stream.
Yeah. I tell you what, I prefer a live stream that does not have ad breaks in there during the live. If you rebroadcast it and there's break, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But during the actual live itself, that kind of ruins the spirit of the event.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I totally agree.
That's why I'm always tuning into your side, Scott, when Terry and you are simulcast.
Yeah. I have been trying to coach him out of that, but he won't do it.
No. Joshy saying nothing's been designed that can keep me out, Scott. It's how I got my nickname, the Irish Sub-Sinker. I used to knock
yes. Yes, of course.
And yeah, James TBG is saying Dunsold is where I did proper model building in 1-to-1 scale, of course, yeah, because worked for Hawker Sidley. Worked on
Oh, really?
Harriers. So yeah, worked on Harriers.
That's
You
right.
bastard.
That's right. Yeah, James
Yeah.
worked. Yeah, that is correct.
Oh yeah,
He did.
you've got a right bunch of know-alls in our chat, mate. Don't you worry.
Okay, so here's the story for you. So the first time I had a look around a Harrier was in Philippines. So I was there with the RAAF
Philippine?
Orions, and we were doing an exercise there. So, but we were in a hangar, sharing a hangar with Americans, Marines on one side, Air Force on the other side. So they had so A-10s to the left of us, Harriers to the right, and I was stuck in the hangar with dudes. And yeah, so I remember asking a guy, "Can I have a look around? One of the Harriers?" And he's, sure. So they just picked a guy, and he was just showing me around the aircraft and stuff like that. And he said, "Oh yeah, it's an American design built in St. Louis." And I said, "No, it's a British design." And he said, "No, what? No, it's American design." Blah 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 blah. And he went on. I'm just thinking, it's actually not. Blah blah. So as it turns out, I didn't know this, but the AV-8A, the Harrier Mark 1 and all that sort of stuff was certainly British. But the Mark 2, what became the GR5, 7 and all that sort of stuff, was an American thing. It was a McDonnell Douglas, and they designed it and re-engineered it and all that sort of stuff. But my view is all the work is the F-35, the B model, the vertical takeoff, stovall, and all that sort of stuff wouldn't have worked if it wasn't for all the work that British Aviation did in Hawker Siddeley and BAE and all that stuff.
A lot of people.
the decades.
France had their own VSTOL programs, and there were a lot of you go back to the very beginning of it with the Flying Bedstead and all kinds of stuff that both sides of the Atlantic were working on. I'm not saying that one beat one to the other. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying that there was a lot of people working on this, and it was, you talk about starting from scratch, like kind of like getting a man to the moon by the end of the decade. It was an extremely it cost a lot of lives. There's a few names on tombstones that have to do with the the VSTOL program as we know it today. And there were, if you go back, like I said, you see all kinds of crazy designs, and they were just what they were, just test beds, just get something into the air and see what it does, and then we'll learn from there.
That's it. I'm not saying that the Brits were the first to invent vertical takeoff and landing, but we were the first to invent an aircraft that was fit for purpose.
Yes, exactly. That is very true, Graham. You're right. I believe the Harrier was the first thing, or the Kestrel, I believe, was the actual first one that took the chair, right?
It's remarkable, I think.
And what it did was it was a culmination of all of that stuff that came together. And under Hawker, it became a production aircraft, something that could actually fly and be in service. It's not just something that's it's an interesting prototype. Let's see what we can get from this. No, you'd come to the point where it could fly and be effective in service.
Yeah. And it is remarkable. Yeah. It's one of the last sketches that Sir Sidney Cam drew. Was a sketch of what became the Harrier.
Yes.
Because he was with Stanley Hooker, the guy who designed the Pegasus. So that engine was the Bristol Orpheus engine, from what I understand, and then it was re-engineered into the Pegasus to be able to make it stovall and all that sort of stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's remarkable that one of the last things that Sidney Cam drew was the Harrier, and one of the last things that Henry Royce drew was the what later became the Merlin, the Eagle engine, the Type R that was developed into the Merlin. So two legends of British innovation and stuff like that. Two of the things they drew changed the world.
Yeah, well, there was also the Remember, in naval aviation, there was the steam catapult, the angle flight deck, and the jump ramp at the front of the carriers. In fact, the new carriers that the British have.
Yeah, the ski ramp. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in chat, James, John, going back to the hand cranked undercarriage on the Spitfire, James is saying John likes pumping it up.
He clearly knows me more than better than anyone else in the chat. Well done.
James said 17 hand cranks. Does that include a cigarette break?
No, probably
not. Here come the comments. Yep, we knew that was.
Yeah, but you can always rely on the people to come into my panel to give you some laughs. And Josh's put Jim's link in chat. Jim from Chicago channel, dropping some subs, folks, and get that number up. Indeed.
Chicago, never heard of that. Where's
that?
I
don't know who that guy is, but allegedly he's got some kind of talent. Don't know what, but
Do they still walk around in Chicago with violin cases?
No,
they don't do that anymore.
No, I tell you what, that's an interesting story, Graham. There was a guy I used to work with years ago. He was from New York City.
Yeah.
And he moved to Chicago, and he was working at the plant that I was employed at the time. And he bought into all that Al Capone stuff, and he didn't believe the city was like that still. But I mean, to him, that's what Chicago was. And I was like, man, you don't understand. That is a long time ago now. When we've moved past that, it's still violent and it's still crooked, but in different ways.
Yes.
Well, there's still gunfire, and there's still gunshots, and there's still drive-bys. But it's not for territory for bootlegging. It's amongst gangbangers and people who just don't have anything better to do than fire off a gun.
I mean, I must admit, I think of Chicago, and I still can't separate it from James Cagney. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like Jimmy Cagney movies. Which I absolutely adored Jimmy Cagney.
No, it's great.
Yeah, it was the what was I trying to say? Like emblematic of the gangster era.
Yes.
You had the St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Yeah.
You had all the gang wars in the 20s as the crime bosses continued to grab turf from one another, and it was what the 20s represents in American history in some aspects. So there was great prosperity, and then it all came crashing down in 29. But the prohibition was that's why FDR repealed it with the 21st Amendment. He knew it was tearing the country apart.
Yes.
And as soon as he was elected, he brought that forward, and it was passed. But,
Sorry, you'll have to explain a bit more. 29th Amendment. What's that about?
No. 21st Amendment.
Carry on.
It repealed the 18th Amendment, which was prohibition.
Oh, there you go.
The ceasing the manufacture and sales of alcoholic beverages. In other words, it went dry, and that was no doubt. I don't know the whole origin of it, but I'm guessing it was driven by temperance groups that had tremendous political pull, and that believed that if you eliminate, kind of like this whole drive about tobacco, like if we just eliminate tobacco, the world will be a utopia. And it's not quite that way. I'm not advocating for smoking. It's an individual's choice, but the idea that if we just get rid of this one big evil, everything will be so much better.
Did you know Melbourne is still driven by the temperance movement from about the 40s?
Well, thank you, Dan. I just got a notification. Dan Usher subscribed to my channel. Thank you, Dan.
Wow.
So there's big pubs. If you go southeast Melbourne, so back in the day when temperance was big and all that sort of stuff, like in the US, southeast Melbourne was all paddocks and orange orchards and stuff like that. But they had this big sort of grid where they had no pubs between that road and this north-south and all that sort of stuff. And it's still the same now. So they have the White Horse pub, and they've got I can't remember the actual names of them, but there are no pubs within a 25, 30K sort of area in southeast Melbourne. And it's just a thing, they they figure that it's been in place so long now that it's just been made historical, and they just remain that way. It's sort of weird. Like prohibition is sort of like in Melbourne without people knowing about it.
Okay, interesting comment you got on the screen there, Graham, from James.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I know. I have seen a model kit of the P1127.
Yeah,
which
I've got the Airfix Vintage Classics kit.
Yes.
I built that
Yeah.
for a group build last year.
Yes, apparently the P1127 was no-named, but was the first plane to transition from vertical to horizontal flight. The Kestrel was the tripartite squadron.
Right. Yeah, that was the what was it? Italy, Germany, and Britain. Or was it
I
France?
believe so.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I know Italy, Germany, and Britain. Wasn't that the Tornado? Wasn't that the original Tornado?
Yes.
Canavia Tornado,
No,
yeah.
So
that's
I'm
right.
thinking.
That's right.
I'm thinking Britain, Germany. I'm thinking Spain. I could be wrong,
What's he
but
thinking?
like
Yeah,
Spain,
not sure.
the Matador was their Harrier.
That's right. Well, because Harrier was a bit tricky to pronounce in Spanish, so they went with Matador. No, it's true. I heard that from on a documentary about the history of the Harrier. Yeah.
Now, don't think for 1 second that the Brits did that on purpose, Jim. You know. Yeah. We wouldn't dream of such a thing, us non-sarcastic Brits, you know.
Let's see, half a mo. They had prohibition before. They decided to get rid of a president. 18th before the 20th. The 18th Amendment, I believe, if I remember my amendments right from my U.S. history classes, the 18th was prohibition, meaning the end of the distribution and production of alcoholic beverages. And the 21st, I believe, was the amendment brought forward by FDR once he was elected in the early 1930s. 1933 is when he took office. That brought about a very necessary thing. It had to happen. It had to happen because the country was getting torn apart by organized crime and violence, and it was just too much. I mean, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, which occurred in 1929, February 1929, that was a thing that shook not only the city of Chicago. There's only 7 men that were murdered, but how they were murdered was grotesque.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
They were lined up against a wall as if they were being arrested by 2 men who posed as police officers. The idea was to kill that one of the 7 men they thought was George Bugs Moran, the man who was in charge of the north side of Chicago. Capone wanted the north side, so he figured if he bumped off Moran, he would be able to move in. So anyway, long story boring, they lined these 7 men up like they were going to frisk them. And then 2 other guys walked in with Thompsons, and at point blank range, they murdered them.
Yeah.
And it was disgusting, grotesque. I mean, it was blood and everything everywhere. The photos, you can find some photos out there. You look for it, and you're shocked. Not only the city, but the nation into change, and said, "God damn it, this has got to change." And it brought about the downfall of Al Capone. He wound up being convicted on income tax evasion.
Yeah, that's right. He was done on tax evasion.
Because it was the only thing they could literally tie him to. Everything else, they did not have sufficient evidence to convict. In other words, beyond a reasonable doubt.
No.
So
Okay.
that's what happened.
I'm going to say it out loud because it's not my live stream, but I'm convinced that Donald Trump has committed more crimes than Al Capone.
Well, you're probably correct, John. And I'm not one to argue, and I'm certainly not one to defend him. No.
I think, if that's it, we can get him for. We were talking about this earlier, Jim. But my view is, America needs to save itself by distancing themselves from that man. Like, however you do that, your reputation is suffering.
John, it's not simple. It's not. I don't think it's as simple as one man. What's going to come after him? That's what we're very concerned about here in the United States. His operatives are, I think, even more zealous and they're younger. and they're organized. They vote.
Yeah, Jim, I would go down the same route in that case. I want to know who's feeding the dog. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very the future is very tenuous here. I mean, and we're talking about politics again. God. Yeah.
So here's the thing. Like, clearly, I've come on the stream to bring your channel down from the inside.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
Yeah.
There you go, Graham. Here's your thanks for inviting him on. Here, just tear my bloody channel apart.
That's it. At last, someone has come on my stream and actually admitted it. Had to be a bloody Aussie, didn't it?
Bloody Aussies. Can't trust them. There we go. I think that this will work. So nothing's cemented in place yet, but I reckon that'll work. If that's the hang on. Trying to get the orientation right. Yeah. So I reckon that'll work. As you can see, like, it's out of focus. Where I've cut off the top panel, I've put it back on with that doubler.
Oh, John, may I interject here for a moment? Special Hobby, they do not provide pins for their main components like fuselage halves and wing halves, correct?
Incorrect.
Oh, they are there. I beg your pardon. Okay. I've seen them on certain Special Hobby models where they're not there. I was going to ask you what's it like to build one of those. I'm so used to having something help me line things up, at least roughly.
No, I mean, they're not everywhere. They're not down these halves.
Right.
But they're on the nose. But the fact is, you don't need them. If they weren't there, I'd still be able to line that up.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to be glued like that.
I understand that. I've just never worked on a model that hasn't had locating. Now, mind you, I've removed sometimes the locating pins because they were engineered so poorly that they were worse than if I didn't have them on it.
But I think this is going to work. There's the seam down the center there. I'll be able to fix that. Like, you glue that. Yeah, you glue a little bit and move around. Glue another bit, move around. And blah blah. You just take your time. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, correct. Yeah.
And apparently, according to Dan, to bring my channel down didn't need much help, John. Thank you for your support, Dan. I'll wear it with pride. Cheers, mate.
You'd help.
Yeah.
Aye.
God, well, I've only got a couple of minutes left, and I'm going to have to disappear.
I know.
God.
I'm not going to move across to a third, fourth live stream.
I was going to say, you Aussies are up way past your bedtime.
Yeah.
I'm talking of which, I've just seen Scott's hand move. I was worried he might have nodded off.
Oh, no, I'm still here.
There you are. Okay.
Crawling gun from me.
Yes, my God, you've moved on, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's looking really nice.
I like that.
That's beautiful, yeah.
It'll look, I could make it look better, but anyway.
I'm starting to get in the urge to do one of these larger boat kits, I must admit.
They're a lot of fun.
Well, if anyone hasn't built one and would like to try it, this is the kit to do it. It is so simple. The only there's a couple of small pieces, but you can work around them. Like, you got cleats. It's probably the smallest piece of the kit right here. They're the cleats.
No, they're not that small, really, I suppose.
No, they're not, but they're fiddly to clean up and whatnot.
Yes, yeah.
The only thing I've got to paint really is the main guns, and then I can put them on.
Brilliant.
They're together.
That's the Tamiya 1/350th King George V, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Same as what Terry's built.
Brilliant.
Except without the flashy lights.
Speedboat.
The speedboat, yeah, that's the speedboat.
What he was saying, I think he said he might have to actually reduce some of the power in that thing, or else it's gonna go flying through the water too fast.
She'll be shooting off down the river before he can even stop it.
Oh, right. Apparently, he's going to have a water skier hanging off the back of it. That's what I heard.
Well, he can. And I think the Gizmo the same too. He's going to have boat races.
Oh my God! Well, thanks for joining us, Scott. Much appreciated, mate.
No worries, mate.
When are you? When can you? I'm getting my words out in a minute. When can we see you next?
I'll be going back on to Terry's in a half hour.
Right.
So I'll jump in the green room as soon as I
God,
leave
you
here.
really are a
Scott, do you sleep?
I do sleep, but when I'm not working, if I can jump on a stream, I'll do it.
Yeah. Brilliant.
It's just today it'll be my third stream. Started at 10 and I'm still going.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You were.
Yeah, well, I jumped on with you at 12 o'clock today, didn't I? So I've been going since 12. I'll be on Terry's as well afterwards. So got to be done. But thanks again, Scott, and I'll see you shortly, mate.
No worries.
There you go. Here we go. John, we've seen what you've been working on, mate. When can we see you next?
Okay, Bearded Veteran Creates. I tend to do, like at the moment, 4 streams a week with Mikey on his channel.
Right.
So at the moment, Monday is Build What We Want. Tuesday is our
World War One Tuesday.
World War One builds, which at the moment it's a Austin armored car.
That looks
So
nice.
I don't know. That sort of reminds me of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
It does. Nothing. Wednesday, Thursday is Lysander, FX 48 scale Lysander build, and then Friday is Members' Choice, which I'm building the one. Sorry, bending down the one in the middle there. It's a Boeing B-47.
Oh, nice.
That one.
Yes.
That one. A 72nd scale. And today I bought the thermonuclear device for it. So anyway, short story long. Tomorrow, maybe at noon UK time, 9 p.m. Australian time. If Mikey's up for it, because there's stuff going on, it might be the B-47 build, the Stratojet.
Right. Brilliant. Great stuff. Well, thanks for joining us, John. You're welcome any time that I'm live streaming.
Thanks, mate.
So it's generally, for me at the moment, I live stream 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. UK time on a Monday. And on the Thursday, I'll do the 4 till 6. So
I've subscribed to your channel. I will keep a lookout.
Great stuff, John. And thanks for coming in, mate.
Thank you.
Jimbo.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I just came in to say hello and see how it's going. I just one moment before you go. I did do some work after the last stream over. I went.
It's an ostrich.
It's not ostrich.
Yeah, I went back and I finally got this thing painted.
Oh, lovely stuff.
My E100. This is my 48 build for M4H weekend back in March, about a month ago, a little over a month. So it's been going on, and I've been finally got back to work on it this past couple weeks, and I got the paint. I got the lines painted on the separation line painted. It had to be airbrushed on, and it was a very, very tight little thing to work on, but I got it, and it's now on to a couple other things to paint, small items on the aircraft, and then I'll be able to put the decals on. And hopefully those will go well. This is a 50-year-old model, and the decals I did test, and well, I think I got a 50-50 chance because one worked and the other one wrinkled up, so I'm not sure.
Oh, well.
But that's me. Thanks, man.
But no, thanks for coming in, Jim. Like I say, anytime that I'm streaming, if I've got a bit of space and you want to nip in, say hello or whatever, then feel free, mate. You're more than welcome.
Thank you very much. That's very kind of you.
No, my pleasure, mate. And that's all saying, finally, good show what I heard of it as I just woke up having nodded off, Graham. Well, all I can say, mate, is if you can sleep through us lot waffling on the way we have today, you've done a good job. Well done.
Well played.
So I've managed to paint up a couple of wheels. because I've been too
Oh,
busy with the chat and the waffle. But I've
well,
got to
you know what they say, Graham, where there's a will, there's a way.
Oh God, haven't you got somewhere else you need to be, Scott? Really? Come on. But yeah, we're moving on with the kit. Earlier today, I finished off both sides of the wing, so we've got the slightly darker panel lines underneath, slightly lighter panel lines to the top, as it would have been on the aircraft. So all the flight surfaces are done. As I said earlier, the cockpit's pretty much put together. Got the Bentley engine stuck to the front, so that's on.
Nice.
So we will carry on with that. I might do a little bit of this on Terrastream. I might do something different. I'll see how I feel. But either way, thank you everybody in chat for coming in. As I said before, if you've not given a thumbs up, please do so. It really helps the channel out. If you, yeah, that's the one, Scott. That's the one. And if you've not subscribed to the channel but you've enjoyed the show today, then consider subscribing so you don't miss future episodes. But until next time, guys, which will be for me 11 a.m. on Monday morning, I'll see you soon. Take care.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.